My favorite part of ASNE Institute was being able to meet teachers from all over the country, and then, of course, meeting people that are working professionally in journalism, and then getting to talk one-on-one with those people, and especially hearing from the other teachers just all the challenges they face.
My favorite part of the seminar was getting to interact and hear from actual journalists and people that work in the field. Because as a high school teacher, I don't know any journalists, so it was really great to interact with them and to see the passion that they have for the subject, and it really makes me want to get my students more invested and bring, journalists into my classroom. I feel a lot more comfortable now that I've, heard from them directly. I know how to approach them, and I know now that they are more than willing, most likely, to come in and help my students.
There were many things that were really unique to this program, I thought, one of which was putting together 34 journalism advisors, most of whom are English teachers, in one space in an intensive situation with all the presenters and time to socialize in some ways as well, which really led to a lot of networking.
My favorite part of ASNE was being able to see the teaching side of journalism. Like Jeannie Acton and Janet Album were able to teach us how to actually teach journalism in the classroom. But then we were also able to go to the Austin American Statesman and see how it transcends into a profession. So that was very interesting.
Getting to sit in on that budget meeting at the Austin American Statesman was really just exactly what I wanted to see my kids do, and so it really gave me some insight into how to model that for them. I want them coming to the table with each other, sharing story ideas, and really taking ownership of their newspaper.
We all face similar challenges, and there's not always a lot of support for teachers in general, but especially for journalism programs. So it's good to hear that, to know that my situation wasn't strange.
There's a lot of things that I think I'll take away from this seminar, but one of the most important things is going to be teaching my students how journalism can be a profession and all the different things that they can do with their journalism skills. Before, I wasn't really sure what they could do with it, and now that I see, I was able to learn a lot from journalism professionals, and I know what to teach my students and how their skills can work for them in future years.
A group of people who are doing the same things that I'm doing, many of them who have a tremendous amount of experience that I learned from them, not even the presenters, but the participants themselves, that I could learn from them so much, including, the InDesign workshop, which we had, was great, but then I actually got to do go into the labs and work on the Macs and design our own paper. And working with a more experienced InDesign user, to me, I found I learned so many things just from that in a couple of hours that I don't think I could have learned on my own unless I had gone and taken graduate courses in InDesign or something like that. So it was very valuable just to be around all those people who really knew what they were doing, and some who didn't but knew how to ask good questions, and learning in that way as well.
Just the excitement that myself and all the other participants and all the speakers and staff had, that's something I'm going to bring back to my classroom, and I'm bringing back a lot more confidence now. I know what needs to happen, so I can actually ask my students to do it, which before it was a lot harder to do that.